This is Tailgate Talk, presented by Tarpon Blue. In this series, we're going to show you everything Texas and its surrounding southern states has to offer from our very own tailgate. We'll take you from life on the farm and the ranch to the big city lights. This is Tailgate Talk. Come along for the ride.
Welcome to this week's Tailgate Talk. I'm Chelsea Gonzalez with Tarpon Blue, and we're at the TKG model home here in Seguin, and I'm with Coy Turner.
Hi, I'm Coy. I work with TKG Homes. We're a family-owned and operated business. We've been in business since 2012. We're a true custom builder, meaning not only will you get to make all your selections, you'll pick details out such as your trim detail, but we'll also design a custom plan from scratch that we know will fit within your budget. We also have a decorator who works in-house. She will help facilitate your selections, will help nail down allowances and stuff before we get to your contract price. But first and foremost, the first step would be get an idea of the budget you have in mind and then seeing what kind of home will fit within it from there.
So Coy, tell us a little bit about this model home specifically. What were some things that buyers were asking in the past that inspired y'all to make design changes here?
Yeah, that's a great question. Big thing in the kitchen, we're doing a lot of quartz countertops these days as opposed to the granite. It's much less porous and it gives a really clean slate to do maybe a more interesting backsplash. Also getting away from sinks on the island. We're seeing those more facing out to the backyard, and it gives you an awesome serving space there at the island, entertaining space, whatever you want to call it, but you don't end up with a bunch of dirty dishes, no matter what. Dishwasher is always going to be to the right of the sink or the left of the sink, depending on which hand the person has. Fireplaces are kind of hit or miss. They're really cool if you have the space, and they're nice for when you have a snowvid situation or something like that. But they do eat a lot of space. As you can see here, this one probably takes about 6 foot out of the living room. And then you typically want to do something like a built-in to kill the dead space around it, that either being a dry bar or wet bar or even just some shelving and extra storage. Vaulted ceilings, another really cool feature. Some people hate them. They want a more cozy feel for their house. I like it personally. And then the painted cabinets, they're really neat too, but they are costly compared to the stain. So what we're seeing a lot of lately is different cabinet colors throughout the entire house, different hardware finishes, but it's all up to the customer. We have a decorator to kind of steer people, and if they tell us they want to paint their walls hot pink, we tell them why that's maybe not a good idea. But at the end of the day, we'll always do what they ask. We'll just have some warnings for them. In the bathroom, we're always seeing bathtubs typically, big showers. We always try to stay away from the glass doors. You'll see here at our model, we do have a glass door, we didn't have a choice. Closet design is really cool. That's all up to the customer, much like everything else. So we'll actually walk through the house with my dad, he's the builder, and our carpenter, and kind of lay out, where we want shelving, where do you want to keep a dress, where do you want your gun safe, and all these other things as well. TV mount locations, another thing we'll go over. But overall, the big drives we're seeing lately, we're doing a lot more color in houses. We're getting away from the whites and the grays. The farm sinks are really cool. Under-counter microwaves are pretty popular, but overall, a lot of it's just going to be personal taste. We typically ask the customer to look for plans online, look for inspiration plans, inspiration photos, and then from there, we try to kind of get it how they want it within reason.
Oh, wow, that's great. So I did notice that this house specifically does have brass. Is that something that's been requested, or it used to be all matte black fixtures, but you got a combination of both.
Yeah, we have a lot of warm tones in this house. So to go with the black everywhere, it just wouldn't go with that kind of, that's a walnut wainscot dark stain on those kitchen cabinets and a lot of the cabinets throughout the house. So that bronze kind of goes in a lot better with that. Whereas you would see the black more often you see on these green island here, we've got the black pools. You'll see in the master bathroom, we've got a lot of white and gold. Now maybe we would tell you to keep it a little bit more homogeneous throughout your house. This being our model home, we do want to showcase a bunch of different features, but it doesn't feel weird either. You know, another thing about the style these days is it seems like we want to make the house look like it's 100 years old, but it was just professionally remodeled. Okay. Is kind of the goal.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's got a warranty, so.
Yes, this house definitely has that feel, a little bit old, a little bit new, for sure. I definitely get that. Now, with the floors, these aren't vinyl plank floors, are they?
No, this is a wood tile. That's probably the most common flooring we do nowadays. We really, as a builder, we don't like stained concrete very much. It's hard to keep nice while we're building the home. And then the longevity is not as great as this wood look tile. We still do a lot of wood flooring also. Luxury vinyl plank is a big one. It's not that cheap kind of rollout stuff. It's individual planks that we put together just like a wood floor. We float the concrete beforehand, make sure everything's perfectly level, but the wood look tile is definitely the big one these days. And then you'll see us mix it up a lot, not in this home, but in a lot of other homes we've done with the tile in the utility room and the bathrooms, because you can really make those spaces unique.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. So Twin Creeks, what made y'all decide to come out here?
Well, it was small enough for us to purchase, first and foremost. It's a 30-lot neighborhood, all acre lots, but the big driver for us is we like the Navarro School District. We built a lot of the houses in the Summit right off Cordova Road, so we've always been familiar with this area. So when the opportunity came up to purchase some land here and develop it for an acre lot neighborhood, we took advantage of it. We're now the only acre lot neighborhood in the area, so we're a little unique in that regard, which is what we wanted and is probably the main driving force behind it. We really like the Summit. What we didn't like about the Summit was the lack of freedom. So here you can do a metal building like you'll see at the house next door, pools, pool cabanas, just offer a lot more freedom here. You can keep a camper within reason as long as it looks nice. So just, we want you to have the property and be able to use it too, which was a big push for this area. Yeah. So
the HOA is more geared toward like a country lifestyle of somebody who wants more acreage, has maybe some toys that they want to keep at their property, and maybe even building a shed in the back that's more kind of a barn dough style. Yeah,
and it's more just doing whatever you want. We're probably going to see a lot of people finish out how we did here at our model, which is more of like, kind of like a, I don't know, club, I don't know. It's a little bit just higher end. You know, we have a very nice landscaping package here, a nice pool, a small fenced area, whereas you may see some other people who want to keep chickens on their property. Maybe their kids in FFA or something like that. So you get to, I don't know, cater to very different lifestyles here in this neighborhood. Yeah. And we hope to see all the houses different. We don't want to see it look like Joanna Gaines came out here and threw up or anything like that. So keep a real unique style throughout. But when people drive by, they're definitely going to know that's a custom neighborhood there.
Okay, and are there lots available still for purchase?
Certainly. Probably close to 20 lots still available in this neighborhood. So if anybody's interested, just give us a call and I can give you a tour of the available lots out here.
How would somebody contact you? Can they, if they're already in a contract with a real estate agent, are they able to have their real estate agent contact you and come here, or do they need to come to you directly? What are some ways that people have found you to get started on their own custom home?
That's a great question. Both. We have a lot of people who maybe gave up on the search and are already working with a realtor, or maybe they got with their realtor and said, hey, find me a builder. So we have that happen quite a bit, and we have a lot of people just reach out directly to me. Our number's on our website and my email. Those are my direct cell numbers. So you can reach out to me directly, or you can call Chelsea, and she'll bring you over here and meet with me. But, you know, the more eyes, the better, but it's all up to you.
Thank you, Coy, so much for inviting us here to this beautiful home. Is there anything else that you feel like you'd want to share with our viewers today?
Yeah, like I said earlier, we're true custom builders, so we're going to cater with you on plan design, selections, and then we're also going to meet a ton throughout the construction process, keeps everybody on the same page. We think communication is key. And we do service. We don't just do Twin Creeks or neighborhoods. We build a lot on people's ranches, a lot on their property. We're building a couple in Belmont now. We've built New Braunfels, Marion, Luling, Lockhart, Gonzalez, basically Guadalupe County and the surrounding area. So if you're looking at doing a project in those areas, please give us a call. And then overall, you can see we have a high-end finish out. A lot of the stuff that you see at our model home is standard within pricing, but obviously us being true custom, if we need to figure out a way to wheel pricing back, whether that be going to a prefab cabinet maybe, or a cheaper countertop, lower end tile, or just minimizing square footage to hit a budget necessary, that's all stuff that we specialize in.
Awesome. Thank you, Coy. I appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
We'll see y'all next time on Tailgate Talk.
Thanks for tuning in today, and thank you to our guests for sharing their story. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll see you next time on Tailgate Talk.
We'll tell you things